theory, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Ladies and gentlemen, this picture is circulating the internet, and I just want to say I'm calling the police. I don't know who, what, when, where, how is going on here, but the police need to be called. The authorities need to be notified. Don't nothing about this situation look right. Nothing about this look right. Nothing at all. It's a telltale, and I'ma just say it because of the hair. It's the hair. The hair is letting you know that something is wrong. Got to be, because this was a wedding, right? Now you know women when they get married, the hair got to be right, the makeup got to be okay. I mean everything got to be perfect. Everything got to be perfect for the wedding. Who in the hell allowed this to happen without any type of relationship with a hot comb, a curling iron, hell, not even some blue magic grease, a skull cap, a bonnet? That, like, as much as y'all talk bad about bonnets and these girls wearing bonnets in public, I definitely would have been okay with her wearing a damn bonnet during her wedding. A white bonnet. Yes, Lord. Everything about this screams terrible substitute teacher and extra from Color Purple. It just really ain't, it ain't hitting. It ain't hitting. You're not going to tell me this is okay. This is not right at all. Call the cops now. Now. I am not here for it. I absolutely am not here for it. Call the police now.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get into it. Oh, he is something else, isn't he? Now, I saw that picture some days ago, and I wasn't going to say anything. But anyway, so it's given slave and massa on the plantation. I'm sorry, can somebody say fetish? Because that's clearly what that looks like. That's clearly what that looks like. She looks like that she didn't do her hair, pay attention, because he didn't want her to do it, because he likes to see her hair nappy like that, because that's how they look back in slavery. I'm sorry, that's what I think. That's just what I think at the end of the day. Fetishizing. That's all I'm saying. Dragon Lily says, love that beautiful lavender head wrap. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay. Let's get into it. Everyone, please get those likes up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Okay. And also, please double check to make sure you're still subscribed, especially if you have not been receiving those notifications. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr_A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right, so let's get black into it. Before we get started, let's have a word from my sponsors at 12 Tribes. Likes up, everyone, please like and share.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
All right, so to order your 12 Tribes hair oil, you can stop by Etsy.com and go to Lisa Crafts or Walmart.com. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see who's in here. Black Women Stand Up, Curly Girl is in the house. Vince, I am from the UK. Christopher, Buckhorst DC, Sandra, Sean R, Deronda. Okay, Claudette is here. Dragon Lily. All right, shout out to all of my loyal royals. I see you, Jeff ATL, Pamela, Mr. Elevation. Okay, so let's get it popping. Courtney J. Hot Cocoa 504 Nola. All Hell Nah is in the house. Mike Lewis. Okay, so y'all know I love me some royals. Let's get into it. Y'all know I was already 15 minutes late. I just couldn't be on time, no matter how hard I try. I just can't get it together. Hey, Bithia. Okay, so with that all being said, most hated is in the chat. All right. So first things first. Now, Dr. Umar dropped some very salacious receipts on Kabami. We're going to get into that in a second. But before I get into that, let's talk about this DNC when Tim Walz got up there to speak and he was interrupted by the protesters. Also, for those of you who follow the backup channel, hey, TC Dan, shout out to my moderators putting in work. For those of you who follow the backup channel, there's the link for the next live. You don't want to miss it because we're going to be talking about Kevin Hart. Now he's trying to blame it on the Molly, okay, while he cheated on his wife, supposedly. And then also more talk about him and his friend, his ex-friend, JT Jackson. And Russell Simmons spoke out and said, y'all need to leave him and his friends alone because he didn't do it. So we're going to talk about all of that. And plus, I have Russell Simmons' legal docs for one of the lawsuits. So we're going to get into it. Okay, that's on the backup channel. And we're also going to be live on the spiritual channel at 6:15 this evening. Okay, and so let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to put up this overlay because I don't need any troubles. Screw tube.
Dynamically.
Them to be the best them they could be. Choose whatever they wanted, and they were going to help give them the tools to do that. A man who knew how to teach competition. So I'm going to bring on Coach Governor Tim Walz.
Chair, thank you for the service that you've given to this country, for organizing and energizing this room today, and all the leaders here.
talking to all of my former colleagues in Congress, incredible leaders, incredible women, leading the way on so many issues. You've heard from some of them. You see governors across the country. Someone told me, they did a little story, and they said, you know why Governor Walz has been successful in Minnesota? There's two reasons. He surrounds himself with talented women, and he listens to them. It's amazing how far you can go just doing that. You could sure stand on shoulders. And I'd like to say amongst this group, and for all of us, to just what we witnessed last night, and to give a hearty thank you to a lifetime of servant leadership, a lifetime of passion, a lifetime of decency to Secretary Hillary Clinton. If you didn't leave there appreciating it, if you didn't leave there understanding what she did, and if you didn't leave there, and I'm guilty of this, imagining how different things could have been in 2016 had we got the work done. Well, here's the good news. We're not going to make that mistake again. We are going to get the work done. And this energy you're feeling, it's everywhere. It was in Philly. 12,000 people parked and walked for miles to a field in western Wisconsin. They showed up in Phoenix to the largest political rally in Arizona history. Because they know what we've got. We've got a leader of decency, a vision, of compassion, with Kamala Harris being our next president. That's what we've got. And for all of you, I saw it in Nevada. People stood out in 109-degree heat to get there. They worked everywhere. Same reason you came here. They love this country, and they know this is our time and our responsibility to do that. Here's the thing you get with Vice President Harris. On Sunday, we were on a bus. Kamala, Doug, Gwen, and I. Trust me, my life is a lot crazier than it was 11 days ago. I never expected to be there. But I'll tell you what, that was exactly the place where things were right because of her leadership. So we were getting into Beaver County. It's an area that's been kind of tough. We have got to win Pennsylvania. We have got to win Pennsylvania. So we're going to these places. Folks who this ticket and this vision of this party will improve their lives. They don't need to make a hard choice. You go with us, we're going to be there for your family. You go with us, we'll help your kids get fed. You go with us, we'll get you an education. You go with us, we'll leave you alone to make your own decisions. But the crowd was there, and it was a big crowd. Supporters, signs. And across the street, there was a different group of people. And that group of people, you can identify who they were. They are and she turned to me and she said, never forget, we represented them with the same passion and commitment as we do the other side of the street. So, for everyone here, we got 77 days. We have 77 days to wake up on the 78th and realize what we've done. This group of folks knows it's well past time to put a woman in the White House. It's well past time to make sure that that leadership is strong and compassionate, because don't anyone in this room or anywhere across this country or the world do not mistake Kamala Harris's kindness for weakness. Because she said, strong leaders don't push people down. Strong leaders lift people up. Let's lift her up. Let's go.
Okay, so there you have it. The protesters came and interrupted. He was up there talking too much anyway and saying a whole bunch of nothing. Okay, someone said, why did they have all of this energy for Kabami in 2020? Because didn't she run then too? Exactly. She ran for president. But you know, it's interesting because do you all remember that Trump said back in 2020 when she became the VP that she was going to try to backdoor her way into the White House? And that's clearly what she's doing. Okay, so please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, let's talk about it. Because on yesterday, someone informed me in the chat that there was supposedly trucks outside of the DNC offering abortions. Now, I want you to imagine that. Abortions in trucks? Really? Yeah, that's beyond nefarious. Okay, so now this woman did a video saying that they had not only abortion trucks, but also they were doing vasectomies. And now this is all crazy. You all don't see that this is genocide? You all don't think this has anything to do with population control? Because I have questions. Why would they bring that to a DNC rally? Like, why would they to a convention? Why would they bring that there? Who's doing this? Okay, who would think to do that besides someone that's nefarious? This is real crazy. I want you to pay attention, and this is why I call them the Democrats. Okay, because only they would think to do this. Please pay attention. All right, and then they advocate for women's reproductive rights and all of that. But like I told you, they didn't have that same energy nor smoke when they were talking about mandates for the venom. Okay, please pay attention. All right, and who were they offering it to first? Besides people that look like me. Now, let's go to this video where this woman is talking about those abortion trucks. Like stuff, everyone, please like and share.
You know, we living in the last days when evil is portrayed as good and good is portrayed as evil. You know, we living in the last days when the devil is not even hiding anymore. Like, these folks ain't even hiding their demonic ways anymore. When I call the Democrats demons, y'all look at me crazy. When I call that lady a demon and I tell y'all she is the devil, y'all try to make it seem like I'm crazy. But to be doing abortions, abortions on wheels is wild. But to be doing abortions, and mind y'all, I've never had an abortion. I'm for people doing what they do. Don't ever take any one of my videos as me telling you what to do. I'm a stranger. Do what you do. You have to answer for the decisions you make. You have to live with the decisions you make, not me. Do what you do. However, holding your conference and your rally to be the first female president of the United States and to be doing abortions outside of that conference is insane. Can't nobody, I don't care how y'all try to flip it, toss it, turn it, you cannot tell me that is not demonic. Although I've never had an abortion, I know people who have had an abortions, and not one person has ever told me that it was not traumatizing. Not one person have ever told me that they've done that and did not cry. Now, I do know some people on multiple abortions, and I feel like maybe you become used to it or numb to it or whatever. I'm not talking about that. But to be doing such an act around thousands of people, around chaos, to be giving speeches knowing that babies are being killed outside on a bus, a procedure like that, you cannot tell me that is not demonic. You cannot tell me that is not the devil written all over it. Folks going to a clinic and doing what they do, coming out who they are, whatever. But to do that around such chaos, to do that on a bus, anybody with just sympathy and a heart would just know that that is not right, bro. I don't care. Like, I am, and my stance on abortions, like I said, I've always been do what you do. But this election and the way y'all brains have turned into absolute mush because you are in that much of a hurry to get rid of a baby that you created. Don't come into my comment sections with the technicalities. I know about the technicalities. I'm not talking about that. Thinking a woman who does not have biological kids of her own has the best interest has your best interest at heart when it comes to your biological child. You just, for your brain to turn into mush to think that you're fighting for your rights as a woman when you are single-handedly You don't even have the courage to actually fight for your rights as a woman. You don't have to have courage to ask these people what a woman is, and they tell you a woman is whoever says they're a woman. Y'all are so comfortable in your sin that y'all are actually willing to let all your discernment and your common sense go straight out the window. If you do not think that is absolutely insane, if you do not see how they are absolutely trying to control the population, control everything, control your body. Like I honestly cannot believe this is life. I honestly cannot believe this is our reality, bro. Like, and it's so for real. Like, I truly feel like I'm living in a twilight zone. Like, we cannot be serious. You will not be able to say you did not know the things that you came into agreement with. You cannot lie and say that, because they're not even hiding it. If you do decide to go get an abortion at this rally amongst these high-level demons, bro, you might not leave with the blessing God gave you. You might not leave with that baby, but I promise you that you're going to leave with much more. They are performing a procedure on a bus in front of thousands of people with around people that don't even have your best interest at heart. Their best interest at heart. Around just straight chaos, and you think that's normal? You don't think that's demonic at all? I don't care how comfortable you are in your sin. I don't care about the sins that God forgave you for. That does not make it right in his eyes. Them people is playing with God. They're playing with God. And if you're coming into agreement with this foolishness, with these things that are not of God, and you want to say that you don't know, you did not know, you cannot even play crazy. This is not one of the things you can play crazy about. It's insane, bro. This is...
Okay, so it is insane. It's very crazy as far as I'm concerned. First of all, how's that sanitary? Okay, I have several questions, and not to mention, I heard they were giving them out for free of charge. Anytime they're giving us something free of charge, please pay attention. Is it good for you? Didn't they give the venom out free of charge? All right. So also crazy. I just want you all to pay attention. It's all very crazy. And it is. It's satanic. Now let's talk about Dr. Umar, honey, because Dr. Umar said that Kabame's people offered him $10,000 for an interview. So let's get into it, because y'all know I believe Dr. Umar, and he brought receipts. Dr. Umar claims Kamala Harris's team offered him $10K for an interview, calls out Ricky Smiley and Steve Harvey. Yes, we can do the interview, but keep your damn money. Okay, that's what he said. So let's talk about it. Dr. Umar Johnson took to Instagram on Thursday, August the 15th, with a message to celebrities whom he believes have been paid to support Vice President Kwame Harris's bid for the White House. Now, during the message to his followers, Johnson declared that the black vote should not be for sale, while name-dropping two celebs whom he believes have been paid to persuade others within the community to vote for Harris, whom he refers to as Kabama Harris. I love it. Oh, okay, Kabama Harris. That's what it's supposed to be, Kabama. Okay, and at one point, an obvious comparison to former President Barack Obama, saying the black vote ain't for sale. Okay, so with that all being said, let's go to the footage, because y'all know Dr. Umar tells it like it is. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Okay, here we go. Hold on just 1 second. Let me put it on an Instagram. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Mr. Elevation said Kabame and her paid informants. Okay, you already know.
Black vote ain't for sale no more. Black vote ain't for sale. We bartering on business. We standing on business. Bring us some tangibles or get out of my face. Ricky Smiley, I love you. But crying on the radio for Kamala Harris, my brother, that's an all-time low. Don't do that again, Ricky Smiley. Don't you get on your radio show and cry for Kamala. Don't you do that, my brother. If you want to cry for Kabama Harris, You do that in the privacy of your house. But if we're going to be honest, Steve Harvey and Ricky Smiley, and I love you both, no hate to my big brothers. But if we're going to be honest, Ricky Smiley and Steve Harvey, y'all only carried on because y'all got paid to carry on. Can we please be honest? Can we see? Black vote ain't for sale no more. Black vote ain't for sale. We bought y'all to understand, overstand, and understand what King Kong is talking about. Y'all carried on because y'all got paid to carry on. Kamala Harris and the Democratic plantation is paying you celebrities, paying you to shame black people into voting. Y'all know we not going to get nothing out of that vote. Y'all know we not going to get nothing out of that vote. Y'all know we not going to get nothing out of the vote, but they being paid. Y'all being bought. They offer me $10K for an interview with Kamala Harris. I don't want your money, but we can definitely do the interview. They offer me $10K for an interview with Kamala Harris. Yes, we can do the interview. Keep your damn money. King Kong consciousness ain't for sale. I'm one of the real ones. Silverback Garvey Gorilla. I'm one of the real ones. Silverback Garvey Gorilla. Don't come to me with no propers. I want y'all to understand, overstand, and
He has receipts, guys. Okay, so I'm going to show that bigger so you all can see it. Dr. Umar said he's dropping receipts, honey. What are y'all talking about? Okay. Let me pull them up. Like step, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Here we go. Make this big so y'all can see it. This is all nefarious. Somebody said, why he be looking around? I think he was at the airport or something. He was in a public place. Hold on. I pulled up the wrong thing. Sorry. He was in a public place, beloved. I think that is probably why. Okay, here we go. Now, can you all see that? It says, hello, Dr. Umar. From the Harris 2024 team. You are a big part of the Black community. Can you help us by completing a Zoom meeting with VP Kamala Harris? Paying blank are looking for about an hour of your time. Please advise if you would like to complete the Zoom call. Your help can get us across the finish line. Harris 2024. I know you didn't. Okay, I know they didn't. And here's the response. Peace and Pan-Africanism. I hope that all is well. I'm not interested in your money. However, I am very interested in having the Zoom conversation with Vice President Harris to discuss our needs and her plans for the Black community. This Zoom must be live casted to the national Black community and may not be pre-recorded. I promise to be completely respectful of the Vice President, but I will ask direct questions about miseducation, mass incarceration, police brutality, economic strangulation, gentrification, migrant crisis, reparations, and the need for a federal anti-Black hate crime bill. Oh, I tell you the truth, honey. This is why I absolutely love Dr. Umar, okay? This is why I absolutely love Dr. Umar. Y'all see that? He laid out all of his grievances, our grievances, things that we want to know, questions that we all should have. Okay? I guess after that, he never heard back from them. It would be safe to assume. Okay, so please pay attention. And so anyway, they go on to say in the article, Johnson is far from the only Black public figure to question Harris's running for the nation's highest office, with Judge Joe Brown making disparaging remarks about her time as the California DA, and rappers Kodak Black and 5EO Foreign dropping a song endorsing and sampling Donald Trump, her Republican rival for the presidency. Others like Meek Mill have a few questions for the VP before lending their support, while stars like Cardi B, Questlove, Beyonce, and Tina Knowles have officially endorsed the politician. Okay. So what do y'all have to say about that? What do y'all have to say about that? Because Dr. Umar told them, right, I don't want your money. It's interesting. They offered him $10,000. And you know what that was for? That was a whole bribe, as far as I'm concerned. That was a whole ploy to try to get him to come out, do an interview and say nice things about her and then try to force feed her down our throats. That's what they wanted him to do. Just like D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, and Ricky Smiley and all the rest. Okay. That's what that was. An attempt to get him to try to force her down our throats, but he didn't fall for it. And I'm so glad he didn't, because we know who's on the right side of history here. All of the people who look like me that are in opposition, who are asking questions, who want things done, and who have demands. We're not giving you our vote for free. I don't give a damn if she is black, which she isn't. But even if she was, I don't care. Okay, she already said she's not doing anything specifically for black people. How are people just letting that slip through the cracks? Ricky Smiley. How are people just letting that go away as if that doesn't matter? They don't care. And then Steve Harvey. Do you all remember what Steve Harvey said days ago when I played you all the footage? When he said that, yeah, before you get in my comments talking about ask her some tough questions, he was like, no, I'm going to ask her soft questions. Basically said he's not going to make any demands. And then talking about you can't get in the White House. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. You can't get in the White House saying you're going to do stuff only for black people. Oh, but you can be in the White House and do stuff only for Asians, or do stuff only for illegal immigrants, or do stuff for LGBTQ+. You can be in the White House and do that. So how come they can't do anything for us? I have several questions. Are we not citizens? Didn't our ancestors build this country from the ground up? Queen, did you see the Obamas at DNC last night? Says TC Dan. Thank you, beloved, for your question and your donation to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. No, but Desmond called me this morning and told me about it. He said he wanted to throw up in his throat. Okay, so I gather it was nefarious. Okay, and so with that all being said, maybe I'll play that in a second. But before I do, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now, before I do, Steve Harvey responded to Dr. Umar. So let's get into it. Don't forget to hit that like button. Y'all know the queen works hard to bring y'all these receipts. Pay attention.
Let me clear the air on something.
Please.
You can't hire Steve Harvey for $10,000 to do nothing. I don't know where you got that number from, but you can't offer Steve Harvey $10,000 to do nothing. You can go through the industry and ask about me. Omar, let me tell you something, man. And there ain't no hate here at all, because I like some of the work he does. I really do.
Yeah. He said
I don't do nothing. Nothing for $10,000. Don't even insult the brand equity that I've built over these 30 years of television. I just don't.
Now, I want you all to pay attention. That was him deflecting and gaslighting. All he said was that he doesn't do anything for $10,000. Dr. Umar never said that he was paid a specific amount. Dr. Umar never said that Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, or anyone else was paid $10,000. He said he was offered $10,000. Okay, so for Steve Harvey to come out and laugh and say, oh, I don't do anything, that was to try to make people think that he didn't take any money. That was to try to make people think that he's just doing this off of the strength that he's down for Kamala Harris. That was to try to make people think that, of course, I wouldn't get paid no $10,000 if that's all she's offering, but that's likely not all she's offering, okay? Now, if they offer Dr. Umar $10,000 and Steve's a way bigger celebrity, of course, they didn't offer him $10,000. But Steve, question is, what did they offer you? Because whatever they offered him, best believe he took it. Okay? Best believe he took it. And I am pretty sure they offered DL something for him to just completely do a 360 and change his whole entire tune. Because beforehand, DL Hughley was saying some of the same things that I myself have said about Kwame Harris. And I want you all to pay attention to the fraud here, because the other day when I played that video where the young lady was saying, oh, you all, the statistics show that when she was the Attorney General of California, she didn't send thousands of black people to prison for marijuana. That's when she was the Attorney General. What she didn't do was pull up her record when she was the prosecutor. That's a whole nother story. Okay, so please pay attention. And let's not forget that I showed you on yesterday how someone, probably Kwame, in my opinion, or some Democrat or Democrat, has put Tulsi Gabbard on the terrorist watch list. Okay? She's on that list, so please pay attention. Now they're watching her when she travels and all of that. A lieutenant colonel of the military. How does that make sense? But who would have a motivation to do that? Well, in my opinion, Kabami. We all saw how Tulsi gave her the business back in 2020. I showed you clips here recently. So is she doing the same thing they've accused Trump of? You know, using her authority against her political rivals. Okay? Even though right now Donald Trump is her main political rival, but somebody who would call you out on your BS right to your face and make you look like a whole fool and a liar to boot, yeah, you would definitely not have anything good to say for that person. And you would definitely, if you're that type of person, try to stifle them in some way or cause them problems. Okay? And that's exactly what I think she's done. So that all been said, but let's continue. Like stuff, everyone, please like and share. Now, here's what a young man also had to say about Kabami.
2 weeks, maybe. I've seen a lot of black celebrities and media personalities and so-called journalists make it their business to try to shame and denigrate and shun and insult the intelligence of black men because they don't want to vote for Kamala Harris. They are actively out here villainizing black men for not wanting to vote for Kamala Harris. And I said it before, and I will say it again. They think they own us. They think they own our fucking vote. They want us to believe that we have some sort of obligation to them, that when it's right for them, we should play identity politics and vote for her because she's black. And now they're pushing the narrative that we're dumb, that we're uneducated, we're misinformed, we don't know what the fuck's going on. And the crazy thing about it is, it's the complete opposite. The people who are running away from Kamala Harris are the people who are informing themselves, who are researching, that actually know what the fuck is going on and just not letting themselves be told any goddamn thing. That's the reality of the situation. So, you know, it's astonishing to me to see it though, where you have these people, they sending out these black women and these bootlicking ass men, right? The Van Joneses, the Bakari Sellers, the Roland Martins, right? The DL Hugleys, even Plies, and it's a whole bunch of them who are trying to shame black men for thinking for themselves, because that's all they're doing. We're thinking for ourselves. They're just like when a slave owner didn't want you to learn how to read. Because once you learn how to read, you have knowledge, and knowledge is from power. And that's the problem. No, watch MSNBC. Don't do no thinking. Let us tell you what to think. Huh? Don't you want to see a black woman president? Don't you want to see somebody who belonged to a sorority? Don't you want to see a black woman get sworn in by a black woman on Martin Luther King's birthday? A whole bunch of token shit that don't mean a goddamn thing. That's what they want us to vote for. Y'all out y'all mucking minds, man. I was listening to Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley talking about in regards to black men, they not doing the right research. What? Who the f you talking to, Ricky Smiley? They not doing the right research. So because we're thinking for ourselves, we're not doing the right research. We're supposed to listen to you. That's the right research. And we're going to just keep seeing more and more of this shit. Joy Reid telling black people, you're going to look weird. We in the 6th grade? Don't nobody give a fuck about looking weird. We worrying about the issues, the economy, our community.
Okay, no lies detected. No lies detected. He said some of the very same things that I've been saying, okay? If you're a black person and you know that she said she ain't gonna do nothing for black people specifically, and you know that she's done things for other groups of people specifically, you are a fool. You are obtuse, okay? That's just what it is. And especially if you sitting out here singing her praises. Now, if you feel like voting for her is the best thing for you to do, that's in your best interest, that's one thing. But why are these people out here praising her like she's the end all be all, like she's the savior, come to help us get off the plantation? No, she's trying to keep us on the plantation, okay? So please pay attention. That crazy bitch Eris says, peace and love to the fabulous queen of receipts and her beloved nefarious queendom. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. Thank you for your kind words and your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. Now, with that all being said, Kwame Brown also went in on these black Boule, okay? We know who they are, and then remember, because Kwame says also some of the same things that I've said. I told you all days ago that Ricky Smiley, D.L. Hughley, and Steve Harvey are all members of Omega Psi Phi, a Greek fraternity, okay? That's why they're so desperate, thirsty, okay, to try to get Kabami in office, because that's all they care about. You see, all of these little people that are in these organizations, most of them are nothing but bootlicks and raccoons, okay? That's what most of them are. Now, I'm not going to say every last one, though I'd love to, but I do believe that at least 95% of them are. Now, that's just my opinion. And if you're in one of those groups, hey, if it isn't you and the shoe doesn't fit, okay, but at the end of the day, most of them are nothing but bootlicks. All right, so let's get into it.
And I'm not ignorant enough to do it again, to vote for somebody just because of the color of their skin. I did that already with Obama. And look at what that got me. I'm not voting for somebody just because they black or just because they're a woman. I'm not doing it. or because they black and a man. I'm not doing it. Call me what you want, but I think I deserve 26 billion worth of opportunities like the Asians. Yeah, I think I deserve $26 billion. You know, shout out to Tariq Nasheed. He's been very vocal about this situation. I wonder if they're going to say unfollow Tariq Nasheed, because, you know, Ricky said unfollow everybody, and Tariq said Ricky is his good friend. I guess they not friends no more, because Tariq said Kamala is not black, and he's not supporting her with those wicked policies because she has none. I want 26.4 billion to be exact. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, we need to run that bread. Damn all your tokens. Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Ricky Smiley, all this. It's a black woman gonna be sworn in by a black woman on Martin Luther King Day. Are y'all crazy? No, we're not crazy. Because milk still gonna be high as hell. Cheese still gonna be high as hell. You still not gonna be able to afford to take your family to a restaurant. So nobody cares about your tokens, Ricky Smiley. What part of that don't you understand? Yeah, we don't care about your tokens. I don't. If I can't call up the Georgia Power and say, hey, I come from a black woman, leave my lights on, then I don't want to hear nothing about no lady going into office being a black lady. We don't want to hear that. Georgia Power don't want to hear it. The rent man don't want to hear it. The tax man don't want to hear it. If all I had to do was flash a black card and everything was free, shit, I'll say, let's vote it in. But that don't got nothing to do with nothing. It really don't. Can't none of them niggas talk policy because it ain't no policy. All they got is that she's an alpha by alpha. And everybody talking about the Divine Nine is going to make sure she get into office. Well, okay. The Divine Nine better not be crying when she f everything up. Just don't do no crying. All this symbolism. The Divine Nine. That's a strong group. That's cool. But why is the Divine Nine going to put this woman in office when she even get voted in by her own party? The woman track record is garbage. So, boy, this go along, get along gang is real, boy. They don't want to hear nothing. Just group up and do what the fuck, huh? I told that girl, I was talking to a girl last night. She went to college. She said, no, the Divine Nine say they're going to get her in. I said, huh? Who the hell is the Divine Nine? You know, I ain't go to college, so I don't know. I said, who the hell is the Divine Nine? She says it's a group of sororities and fraternities and all that. And that's why Steve Harvey and all them talking about the fraternities and sororities and shit like that. Because it's a thing called a Divine Nine. And I'm like, what? They said no matter what, Kamala Harris is allegedly going to be in office. I said, damn. That's why she don't got to go ahead and, that's probably the reason why she's not out there campaigning. Think about it. She's not campaigning like that. She only going to do 1 or 2 debates. You would think with her track record and the economy the way it is, she would be out there talking to as many people as she could. But she not.
Okay, you all heard what he said. No lies detected, none whatsoever. Okay, I just have one question.
They think we are fools? Do they think we are fools?
Clearly they do. Okay, please pay attention. Now I'm going to go to Obama speaking at the DNC. Everyone please like and share. Thank you in advance. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go.
Donald Trump and his well-heeled donors, they don't see the world that way. For them, one group's gains is necessarily another group's loss. For them, freedom means that the powerful can do pretty much what they please, whether it's fire workers trying to organize a union or put poison in our rivers or avoid paying taxes like everybody else has to do? Well, we have a broader idea of freedom. We believe in the freedom to provide for your family if you're willing to work hard. The freedom to
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is dropping its first cast album.
I want to put this album together with real artists.
breathe clean air and drink clean water and send your kids to school without worrying if they'll come home. Family looks like how many kids we have, who we marry, and we believe that freedom requires us to recognize that other people have the freedom to make choices that are different than ours. That's okay.
He said other people have the freedom to make choices that's different than ours, and that's okay. That's not what they said during the pandemic. Okay, didn't they have mandates? Like, miss me with it.
We the people includes everyone. Because that's the only way this American experiment works. And despite what our politics might suggest, I think most Americans understand that. Democracy isn't just a bunch of abstract principles and dusty laws in some book somewhere. It's the values we live by. It's the way we treat each other, including those who don't look like us, or pray like us, or see the world exactly like we do. That sense of mutual respect has to be part of our message. Our politics have become so polarized these days that all of us across the political spectrum seem so quick to assume the worst in others, unless they agree with us on every single issue. We start thinking that the only way to win is to scold and shame and out-yell the other side. And after a while, regular folks just tune out, or they don't bother to vote. Now, that approach may work for the politicians who just want attention and thrive on division, but it won't work for us to make progress on the things we care about, the things that really affect people's lives. We need to remember that we've all got our blind spots and contradictions and prejudice.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've heard quite frankly enough. Okay, but here's the thing. Some information just popped up about Kwame. Okay, this came out about an hour ago, so let's get into it. Do you all know who @Drill is? DRIL, Drill. That's some comedian online. I don't know who that is, but hold up, because here's what they say. Okay, @Drill wants an apology and $25 from Kamala Harris for using his post. So it says Kamala Harris may well be the next president of the United States simply because she is not 10 million years old. You can trust her to safely operate a motor vehicle and her campaign to run a live stream. But her team recently crossed @Drill, the legendary online comedian, by distributing one of his posts in an official campaign press release. The one where he jokes and says, "And another thing, I'm not mad. Please don't put in the newspaper that I got mad." He really, really profoundly didn't like that. So they used his post. Now, if you're reading this, you either extremely know who @Drill is or will never quite know who he is. You know him or you don't. And trying to describe him or summarize him takes some of the magic away. Okay, I don't know what all this is about. But anyway, goes on to say that Harris, back to Harris, it says, "I'm curious about the whole affair. Trying to score internet cool points off of @Drill strikes me as odd." Now, he started doing this act about 15 years ago, and it's not exactly new. It's no fan. I'm no fan of politicians. This is what the publisher says. I'm no fan of politicians, but I wouldn't have had the guts to be so hardline in my reaction. Now, Drill posted that Harris's press release was worse than the U.S. supporting the Israeli military and its notoriously abusive detention centers, where soldiers were recently accused of raping a Palestinian detainee. So I decided to track down Drill for a candid interview. So basically, it goes on to say that to get to him, I first have to interview his business manager and bodyguard. He's a withdrawn, quiet dude in the mid-30s who chooses his words very carefully, very polite, basically the exact opposite of Drill, who describes himself on Twitter as a popular and famous actor and media mogul who cured his own mental illness over 100 times. Now, we talk about all the issues that matter. Okay, so I'm not going to keep reading all this because it sounds crazy. Bottom line is Harris supposedly shared this man's post on Twitter, and he wants an apology. I don't know what he wants the apology for at the end of the day, but this just goes to speak to how Kamala's team is doing nothing but trying to get people online who have big followings to support her campaign, and in the process, down talk those of us who don't. Okay, because now we have this person at Drill. She used his post. Then there was Kai Cenat, right? Didn't he say that the Secret Service allegedly called him about 5 or 6 times, trying to get him to do an interview with Kwame Harris? And then now we have Dr. Umar saying that they offered him $10,000 and he showed the text message. So I find it all very interesting. So with this all going around, you all don't think that Ricky Smiley, D.L. Hughley, and Steve Harvey were paid? Because I absolutely do. Reggie said he should have just filed a lawsuit. Okay. So Nandy said, didn't Callie Cenat say something, tell us something similar? Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, because I reported on it. Annabelle D said, damn, they desperate. Okay. This is pandering at its finest. You see, the Democrats think that we're the same old silly Negroes that they're used to fooling. That's what they think. Now, sadly, the truth of the matter is some of us are. Some of us are still stuck on the Democratic plantation. Okay. Some of us are still willing to just take the few breadcrumbs that they throw at us. Some of us are still just going to sit there with our mouths open, just hoping for a drip. Okay. Hoping that something will trickle down, something that they're doing for other people and other groups will just trickle down to help us get a leg up. Some of us are fine with that. Some of us don't care that she told us to our faces she's not going to do anything for us and that she had an attitude when she said it. She said it with sass. No, I'm not going to do anything. So let's be clear. Let's be very clear. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm going to do anything specifically for Black people. No. She had a whole lot of attitude. Okay, so she meant that. She said it with her whole chest. So how can anybody be as stupid as Steve Harvey and sit here and say, oh, try to act like the only reason she said that is because she needed to act that way to get into the White House? Well, if you need to act a certain way, if you need to deny your people, denounce your people, disown your people, talk down on your people, do any of those things to get somewhere, that means you're a sellout. That's what that means. That means you are a whole sellout and a raccoon. Okay, Steve Harvey, so thanks for pointing that out to us. I want you all to pay attention. You see, because some people stand on principles and integrity. Okay, that's what they do. They can't be bought nor sold. Okay, there is no price for their integrity. But we already know that Steve Harvey has a price because he already told us that when it comes to integrity, he can't let his integrity interfere with his money. And he also said the best thing that he can do for poor people is to not be one of them. Now, I want you all to think about how Obama just stood there and said, he was talking about your children going to school and coming home. You worry about them coming home. He doesn't have those worries. His daughters have Secret Service protection. He can't compare himself to us nor put himself in our shoes. And then they gave this little downtrodden speech about Kwame. Obama did, okay, according to what I was told, said that he was talking like Kwame just got it from the mud, like she came from nothing and made it to where she is. I'm sorry, didn't her family own slaves in Jamaica, allegedly? Wasn't her father already in the business of making money? Her father and mother, didn't they have money? Were they struggling? Did she grow up like most of us? No. So at the end of the day, let's not sit here and act like she can understand or even relate to us. You know how you know she can't relate to us? Because if she could, she would never have said, I'm not going to do anything specifically for Black people. And even if she felt like she had to say that, she wouldn't have said it with her whole chest and said it with so much sass, okay? She said it because that's what she meant. No one held a gun to her head. She said what she meant in her heart. And she's not going to do anything for us. So why are y'all sitting here, some of y'all thinking like Ricky Smiley and the rest of these fools, the black Boule as I call them, why are some of y'all sitting there thinking that she actually is? Like the woman that was crying in the video yesterday that I showed you all. Like she was so touched. Why is it that some black people just want to have people appease them so desperately to just have these tokenisms? Just to have the symbolisms. They don't care if you don't really do anything for us. Just tell us that you like us. Tell us that you're going to make us proud. Just tell us anything that we want to hear, and you got our votes. Why do so many black people fall for that? Okay, all of this pandering is ridiculous, and you should be insulted. Okay, because I've been insulted. All right, and I'm sick and tired of it. Like Kwame Brown said, and I've been saying the same thing for years. We already voted for Obama, and yes, I said Obama, okay, because he was black. Most of our people voted for him just because he was black, because they were so proud. Most of them didn't do a background research on him. Okay, didn't look into anything that he did prior to running for president, but I did. Okay, but at the end of the day, we saw that voting for him got us nowhere, and we voted for him twice. Let's not forget that when he got up there and thanked a specific person for helping him to get to where he is, he didn't thank black people who disproportionately voted for him more than anyone. He didn't thank us. That's what he didn't do. And when black men were being killed in the street at a higher rate than normal because he was in the office and some of the wanton supremacists were angry, what did he do? Well, he created the blue alert law for the police. He didn't do anything for us. The police still have qualified immunity, thanks to the Democrats. Okay, thanks to the Democrats. Now, with that all being said, likes up, everyone, please like and share. I'm going to show you all one more video, and then I'm out of here. The next live is starting in 4 minutes, okay? So let's get into it. Now, this video I'm about to play, this part of it came from a Twitter space where this guy, I don't know what ethnicity he is, but he got upset because a black person asked him if he was from Sudan or Somalian or something like that. But anyway, he got upset and went in, started calling the man the N-word, talking crazy. And then the other part is a black woman in a parking lot, and a male Karen calls her the N-word. Likes up, everyone, please like and share.
You're dumb. You're saying some stupid. I'm literally in the middle of a gym calling your dumb ass as I'm working out, because you are. You're a idiot. Fried chicken, watermelon with salt, running around with guns, doing dumb shit. Like you came in here on some tough guy shit off rip, like a typical fucking person, instead of actually making concrete arguments. You're an embarrassment. You're an idiot. You make a bunch of stereotypical things. Yo, aren't you from the Sudan? Can't even pronounce it right, because in your culture, to pronounce things correctly or use correct English is considered fucking low IQ dumb. You probably wear Gucci, you probably wear designer, you probably have like 10 pairs of Jordans, and you're probably poor, and you're probably stupid on top of that. Actually, you don't have to say probably. We know you're stupid. So since you want to stereotype me, I'm going to stereotype your dumbass, Jamal. So you can get out of my space. No one gives a to say, because you're dumb, bro. At the end of the day, you're. If you don't like it, go ahead and send me a picture of yourself. You could DM me too, and you can come see me in Miami someday if you want, because that's all you can is violence and being a tough guy. So since that's the language that you speak, Jamal, I'm going to...
Sir, what did I do to you to call me for getting out the car?
I am in Chicago for the DNC this week, so I really didn't plan on making videos like this. But people like this don't rest, so here we are. The young lady who recorded the video, I'll play the full thing here in a moment, said, I absolutely hate it here. This is Tomball, Texas resident, just called me the N-word for literally no reason at all. I was shopping at Heb on 2920, and as I got out of my car, he called me an N-word. He proceeded to say why he called me an N-word, then wanted to act like he didn't say anything. I had no interaction with this racist man at all. I had simply forgot my wallet at home. They wouldn't take Apple Pay. She went and got a gift card and pulled into the fire lane just to load her groceries because she had just used her card. And it says, calling me the N-word did absolutely nothing to me. Find something new, because the whole N shit is getting old. You're not hurting me, but I hope this hurts you. I hope this shines a light on who you are publicly. You said it proudly loud with your chest, so I will proudly let the internet do what it do. Now run and tell your mama what I said.
Sir, what did I do to you to call me and for getting out the car? Oh, you don't want to look, huh? What? You just call people at random? People that what? Act like them. What? How I act like? All I did was got out of my car.
You're in a fire lane.
So you call me a because I pulled into a parking spot.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah. Oh, you did. You just said it. I already got you on camera saying that you called me a Proud of yourself? That's fine. That's fine. I hope you work with a whole bunch of and I hope they know who you are. You don't care though, do you? Yeah, your mama a too.
Yeah, so Tomball, Texas, come get your boy.
Absolutely nefarious, okay? Now, he did all of that because she parked in the fire lane. Why is that even your business, sir? You couldn't have just gone onto your car. No, you couldn't have. Now, Support the Arts says, at T of Yah, that's why we got to vote for Kamala so she can fix this mess. Please sit down somewhere. Support the arts. Support the arts. I'm starting to think that you're a troll because I saw yesterday in the chat, people were actually calling you a troll because you come in here every day knowing that I'm going to be going in on Kabami, but yet here you are in the chat every day repetitively telling us the same old, you're still voting for Kabami. We don't care, beloved. I don't care who anyone votes for. I'm not here to skew your ideas, your decisions on who you're voting for. Vote for whomever's in your best interest, but you don't have to tell us every day, all day, and twice on Sundays. Okay? You don't have to continuously tell us because now it looks like you're just being a whole troll. And if you're being a whole troll, then we would have to block you from the channel. Okay? And at the end of the day, that's why we need to vote Kamala in so she can fix all this. Fix what? What the hell is she going to fix? I'm sorry. Where is that going to happen at? I'm sorry, please make it all make sense. You said so she can fix all of this. What is Kabami going to fix? Kabami's had 4 years to fix the border crisis issue. Kabami's had 4 years for her and Biden to give us an anti-Black hate crime bill. Kabami's done nothing. And so anyone who thinks that at this point she's going to do something other than just run her mouth and make, a bunch of promises that she's not going to keep. And here's the thing. She's not even promising to do anything for us specifically. So there's that. Okay, so stop being delusional because that's what you sound like, delusional. If you think she's going to fix anything for Black folk, she already told you. Do I have to keep repeating it? Do I have to keep repeating it or didn't you hear it? Are you delusional? Because that's what it seems. All right. Now, that all being said, above all that drama said, Queen, I got him because I got time for trolls today. Go. Oh, that doesn't say go. That says GD. God dang. Okay. At the end of the day, I mean, you didn't have to block him or put him in timeout, but I just had questions, or her, whoever it is. I just had questions because at the end of the day, like I said, they come in here every day with the same BS. If you're so hard in the paint and going so hard for Kabami, why are you in my chat? Because over here on the Queen's channel, we don't roll with her. Now, if some of y'all do roll with her, that's fine and that's your prerogative, but I just don't see a need for you to continuously tell us every day 5 and 10 times a broadcast is all I'm saying. Okay, so with that all being said, like stuff, everyone please like and share. Thank you in advance. All right, I will see you all on the backup channel for the next broadcast so we can talk about Kevin Hart and Russell Simmons. All right, like stuff, everyone please like and share on your way out. All right, I love you all to life. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
With that soul all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther. shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got